I'm heading out to practice my new magic. I could use some moral support. I really have to get better at using my new abilities. Don't want to drop a rock on someone's head.
Davrin. Doing some renovations?
Building a trophy cabinet. Figures I'm carving.
Good idea. They deserve showing off.
Always room for improvement. Trying to get the details right on this figure of Tosh. They'll fight the other monsters, and then oops. Guess that Herlock was too much to handle there, Tosh. Time to call a Grey Warden.
Really?
No. There's no wood in the world strong enough to carve their temper.
Maybe you could carve the rest of us.
Maybe. It might be good to carve the people still around, once this is all over.
So, when you're making those carvings, if your leader just happened to look a little taller?
I don't measure them to scale, Rook.
All right. All right. I'll see you around.
Demon's back.
I don't think he ever leaves, actually.
Then he's acting weird.
Smells like melon and wood smoke.
Hey! No! No! Sit your ass back down.
I'll handle this. Maybe make sure the Alluvian room is blocked.
Now we get to talk.
We have nothing to talk about.
Lucanis made a deal he hasn't kept.
What deal?
Break our chains, kill, escape our prison, and live?
Isn't that what happened?
No! I want out!
Out to where? To Vinter? Orlais? Nowhere's safe for a possessed man.
No! No! He promised! Tell him! Make him!
Rook?
He was sleepwalking.
Spite was sleepwalking.
He didn't go anywhere. Nothing happened.
I didn't want you to see that. Again.
I didn't mean to invade your space.
No, it's not that.
Then what is it?
I'm supposed to be a professional.
Professional doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Something to think about, I guess.
This was with my things. It looks like your handwriting. I didn't read it. Well, a couple of words. I thought it might be one of mine. I don't even know how it got there.
It's those wisps. I need more wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
I started this. I'll deal with it.
I don't know. I think they're cute.
So cute.
They didn't steal your notes.
Maybe they like you.
Do you follow the chantry? The pendant. I noticed it's Andrastian.
I barely keep the holidays. It's from an old job.
Oh, which one? Maybe I read about it in a Demeter paper.
I'm barely in the papers.
Oh, but when you are, it's on the edge of something exciting. What about that one story with the demon, the diamond, and the deadbeat magister? Oh, they mentioned you twice.
That was a hit piece.
That's awful.
It was against the magister. I was the footnote.
Still.
The job got done. Of course, it would have gone smoother, but the client ratted me out to the demon.
What?
It's always something. Funny how that didn't make the print. Tell me you read the rest of the paper too?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they have these stories, serials. They're thrilling, except they come out in pieces. I only see a few papers a year. I never know how the stories end.
These papers are from Inrathus, right? I'm guessing there's blood magic, murder, tears.
That checks out.
Who's the second most innocent character? 10 gold says they're the killer.
What about the most innocent?
I don't know. They die.
What?
All right, Belle. You get me the name of your serial, I'll try and track the ending. Just don't say we didn't warn you. I'd like to go back anyway. Spend time in Docktown, pick up gossip.
Want company?
Why not? Ready to go when you are.
Hey, good. I wanted to ask you something. My mother and I have a weekly dinner thing. I was gonna meet her in Ravane. Wanna come? Fresh food. And I wanted to know you're good to work with.
Sure.
You had me followed.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite people are. Besides, I have news, and every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
Magister Parvus, it's good to see you again.
At least someone appreciates my presence.
You're our eyes in the Magisterium. If someone spots you here...
Yes, I know. Can't be spotted with the shadow dragons. You worry too much, May.
Well, what do you have for us?
The cult lost people in Alathan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lenos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathus is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable.
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear. Chaos.
Preparing for something big. I don't like the sound of that. We barely got out of Weishaupt alive, and we needed Solus's help in Arlathan.
And that's why we need to know what the Venatori are preparing for. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Minrathous.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now.
My uncle once thought about it.
We really need to figure out the God's big plan. Dorian thinks Knight Commander Lenos is part of it. So let's track him down first. Rana, how are you doing?
I was injured.
What power Elganon displayed at all?
Not that you can't get along.
Fantastic rope!
Well, anyway.
What power Elganon displayed at Arlathan. How smoothly he commanded the wind. I'd only ever read about Minrathous before traveling with you. Very few books mention the sheer inequalities one sees on its streets.
I'm not surprised. You probably got a sanitized version. We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long.
Why don't you care about us?
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Clan Llewellyn. We try to be no one you've heard of. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elganon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Elganon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
You sound grateful.
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. He and I shared another name. Vanan.
Elven for heart.
For my heart. You've spoken to him in your dreams. You felt the power of that mind. His love could burn against me like a bonfire. He seemed so kind, and wise, and sad, and looked at me as if I somehow mattered more than anything around us. For a time, I thought I would have followed anywhere he asked me to.
Did he try to get you to come with him on his quest to tear down the Veil?
No. In fact, he forbade me to join him. He said he didn't want me to see what he would become. But that wasn't quite the truth. He's a terrible liar.
He's the god of lies, Inquisitor.
Tricks and treachery, yes. Lies of the heart? No. He forbade me to join him because I might have changed his mind. And then he left enough clues for us to follow anyway.
Hold on. You think he wanted you to stop him?
His name is Solus. It means pride. Perhaps he couldn't change his mind himself and hoped that someone else could help him. Or maybe I'm the prideful one, imagining his broken heart so that I never have to face my folly. That I loved someone who made such grave mistakes, that I might love him still.
You almost sound like you're ready to join him in that prison in the Fade.
To give up the world for him? No. We've got to save it first. But after? If there were a way? If he felt the same? If I could leave the world behind and just have him? I don't know.
He really made you happy.
Yes. He really did.
Well, you deserve to be happy. As long as he's not, you know, trying to tear down the Veil again.
That would put a dampener on things, yes.
This is all hypothetical anyway. He's trapped in the Fade with no way out.
He's surprised us before. But enough about me. Tell me about embarrassing Elganon in front of all his cultists.
How well do you know Maevaris?
By reputation, she's been a prominent politician for a long time, and a hero to boot. We don't work together much, but from what I've seen, she's earned the good name.
We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long. There's Dorian.
There's Lenos's associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos's plan.
Mostly gone. Warm. I don't even know what this is. The bedroll. It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping out in the rain. Half-eaten stale bread, water flask, muddy socks, and this map. Minratha's targets. That doesn't sound good. This all sounds like trouble. Dorian will want to know. Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carthus. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city. You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
of a fighter.
They are powerful enemies. This cannot be.
Well struck! Well done!
We've got company. We're not alone.
It's a fighter!
Something tore through these gates. Watch out! I bet this dark spawn was what tore through the gates.
About to have a problem.
Well struck, Rook!
That goes to you.
It's over.
More blight in the way. That did it.
Think there's enough of them? Well, look at that.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. But I've mentioned that. That's enough. Look for another blight boil.
Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow Dragons? How did you find this place? Venator, to me! You can stop the Venatori? The risen gods?
I don't know, but I can take you on.
The Shadow Dragons have brought nothing but chaos to the city.
At least we're not trying to blight it. Hey, behind you! Now it's your turn.
That's one less corrupt Templar in Minrathous.
Can't say he'll be missed.
Let's look around, see what we find. The Risen God's ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for. These star charts predict an eclipse. To make magic stronger.
So that's the play. A ritual performed under an eclipse to strengthen its power.
Lenos's documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do to Tevinter. All this, the ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans, we have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
The Shadow Dragons will be pleased to learn of what transpired.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means? This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You on the throne? Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
Sounds like someone's got a plan.
Goodness, you make me sound absolutely nefarious. I love it. But yes, if the Venatori can scheme, so can we.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No, we have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're shadow dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, you have been instrumental in all this. Which strategy do you prefer?
You want me to choose who will be Archon? But I'm not even from here. I can't decide.
Then talk to the ones who are. See what they say. Asher and Tarquin, Nev Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right. I'll go do that.
Finally took down both the Blighted Dragons, the one here and the one here.
Grand news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
Lenos got what he deserved.
Makes you smile, doesn't it? Drinks for everyone.
Lenos made my life miserable. Rana's too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not going to mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down and delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Maevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
Any course of action is better than sitting around, if you ask me.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Maevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Maevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
And whoever leads will have the Shadow Dragon's support, right?
Count on it.
We'll keep fighting. For Dorian. Or for Maevaris.
What else is there to do in this town, anyway? It rains all the damn time.
So, what do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. I'd call that a good day.
I meant about Maevaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
This is your city. Don't you think you should have a say?
Maevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. But damn it, there's no right answer. They both play the game well, and Tevinter's ready for change. But the best way to get it, who can make it happen, I wish I knew.
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Maevaris.
Look at me. Such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
Maevaris should lead.
I will not squander the opportunity. That is my promise to you all.
And May will have my full support, of course. For when enemies get in our way.
They will. It is Tevinter, after all.
The risen gods are still causing chaos. The people will need your voice to keep them fighting.
Oh, they will fight. This city has strength enough to stand against any so-called gods. We will win the day, and after that, we will win a brighter Tevinter for all of us.